Hey everyone, welcome back into the fruit farm. My name is Fruitsies, and today we're going to do a card review of the Five of Wands. Just like in all of our card reviews, we're going to be taking a look at the different Five of Wands illustrations that we have. We'll be going over a little book of tarot to go a little bit more in depth about the meaning of the card, and then just kind of talk a little bit about it, and just to really dive into what does the card mean to us. So let's get started. All right, for the Five of Wands, I have here three different cards from three different decks. I have the Five of Wands here from the Dark Mansions deck. I have a Five of Wands from the Crystal Visions deck, and I have a Five of Wands from our Mystical Manga Tarot deck. So just to go over the illustrations of what we're getting here from our initial impressions of what we're getting for these cards, we are noticing that in this particular Five of Wands, we are noticing that there are five individuals holding wands, and they seem to be in slight contention with one another, almost like they don't have a specific agreement. Or it could be interpreted as people kind of gathering up weapons so they can rally together and probably cause some sort of revolt, right? So depending on how you're depicting the picture, it can be either people picking up weapons to band together, or it can be used to fight against one another. If we notice here on the Crystal Visions, we have a little bit more of a clear picture where we have two wands laying next to the two lions that we have here with three people in the back, where it seems to be a 2 versus 1, almost like a very contentious conflict, and then with the two lions fighting against each other to make that very distinct contrast of a conflict happening between all the people that are involved. And then from what we have here is a little bit different, is a little bit more of a rally depiction of what we're seeing here, where we have different hands coming in from the sides. You can't really see that very well, but you have hands coming off from the side, kind of handing off the wands for this particular deck. And then they're all kind of looking forward to like go towards something or to fight and rally together for a common cause. So at least that's what we're getting for the initial impressions for this particular one. And the interesting thing is that even for this one, we only have the one person with hands on the sides, whereas with every of the other pictures, we have distinctly showing five individuals or five different entities with the wands, where they're either coming into a conflict or they're going into a rally. So based on our little book of tarot that we have here for our Five of Wands, we do see here in a different illustration for a card. This is from the Book of Shadows Volume 2 Tarot deck, and this is a depiction of the Five of Wands. And it's interesting because the Five of Wands is not only represented by the five different people, but we also have, I guess, little newts or lizards that we have here showing in the picture that are very contrast to the color scheme of everything that we see. And for the reading that we have here, it says the key words are competition, conflict, committees, strong personalities, different opinions, lack of leadership. And then the book says, working in a group isn't always easy. The number 5 is inherently chaotic. So competition that might bring out the best in people can quickly turn combative. Wills clash, disagreements around. People might lose sight of the goal and become fixated on their own agendas. Bring calm energy to the situation and get back on track. This doesn't only occur when working with others. Sometimes we fight with ourselves. When you feel frazzled, slow down and refocus. Part of the symbolism of what we're saying here, it looks like little newts or little lizards. From the book that we're seeing here, they're the symbolism of salamanders. And I'll just share this little tidbit where it says, the wands are associated with fire, and lots of decks include salamanders on the wands, especially on the court cards. These are mythical salamanders, one that can pass through fire without being harmed. Sometimes in the wands, we are asked to face trial by fire, which requires courage. And for our instant answer, we have check your ego at the door and keep your goal in mind. So, based on what we are finding out and for what we're reading here, we can understand that there could be a lot of different strong personalities. There could be some conflicts, maybe some clash of interest, but it can also serve as an advice of maybe bringing in somewhat of a more calm energy in order to address these situations. The one thing, as we do with all of our card reviews, is if you do card readings on where you also do cards in reverse, if we have a reading where we have different cards showing up in the reverse order, what could that mean, or how can that be interpreted to us, to where how can this fit with the theme of what we're reading, or how can that play into what we already know about the card. And this is something that I want to leave for you to ponder as you go and really study and learn more about the Five of Wands. So I really do appreciate everyone who comes in to watch this tarot content with our little card reviews. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Also, if there's any additional insights that you have in regards to the card reviews that we're doing, feel free to leave that in the comment below. And you can also check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/Fruitsies. You can follow me on my social media on Instagram at Fruitsy. And other than that, that's kind of what we have going on. I hope everyone is having a really wonderful day. And until the next time, stay fresh.